Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Compian. We're back for more football information for you fine folks. We're going to go ahead and recap week 8 of the NFL and see if we can figure out who the heck these teams are. We've been trying to decipher it all year. For that, I have my co host, the man who's been there since day one of this whole podcast thing, the guy who we bounce sports ideas off of, and they come back with more saucy information. Corey Compian rejoins the pod once more. Sir, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Just here to, spread more misinformation and just confuse
Absolutely.
you, just make you a little more bewildered than you were, whenever you first clicked on this video.
Of course, excellent news, excellent, and we have rejoining Mr. J Money himself, the Panthers fan who we avoided while the Panthers are doing well, and then now that they're back struggling, we bring him back on. Joey, how are you, man?
I'm good. Not the best. Not as good as Taco Man over here. Y'all did me dirty. Can't lie.
Yeah,
Can't lie. The one week we get completely destroyed. I'm back on the podcast.
The 1 week. It never happened
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
yeah, we're. It was very intentional, of course. We planned it that way,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Strategic
was.
even.
I'm sure it was.
personal even. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and hop into these games, guys. We could talk Bucs. We could talk some Panthers. We could talk a little Cowboys. So get excited about that, fans. Starting it off, we're gonna have. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw this guy over there, and then we're gonna go ahead and share that screen, Corey. The other one,
Multiple screens, man. Multiple
multiple
screens.
screens, and we should actually kind of work them. I think that would be the best way.
I personally have 3. I have multiple
Boom.
screens for these things.
There's the Bucs. There's the Bills. It's all really good, exciting stuff. But anyway, let's start off with this Buccaneers game. So Bucs come out with the win, and that's what we got to focus on in these things, of course. It was kind of like watching two offenses just get their asses kicked for like a decent portion of the game, and I was kind of okay with just the way the Buccaneers defense was just clobbering the Saints. So they were driving early. The man who goes on to have should be an NFC player of the defensive player of the week. If you're not voting for him to be NFC player of the week, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Mr. Homegrown Talent himself, 4th round pick back in like 1918. I don't even know at this point. It's his 7th year career with us now. Mr. Anthony Nelson. We've talked on this show about hero Anthony Nelson when he punched out that ball against Chuba Hubbard last year. I'm sure Jay Money remembers it well. But this guy just makes plays when he needs to. So Hassan Reddick was down with injury. In comes Mr. Nelson, pops out a ball on Spencer Rattler, and he wasn't done there, man. He has what might be one of his – it's going to be his career highlight. It was shown all over social media. You'd love to see him just catch the ball from Spencer Rattler with basically one hand and then run him the hell over.
Just like,
on his
sir,
way to
into
a
the
pick
ground.
six.
I'm scoring
He
now.
didn't even bother to stiff arm him. He just shouldered him off of him and just walked into the end zone. Huge game for Anthony Nelson, career game, absolutely. The whole defense was having a good day, And, dude, we're going to get into these refs just briefly because we don't want to spend too much time on this. Your boy got dinner plans. But the important thing is that, dude,
We're talking about the refs all night. Only
these
for about an
refs are
hour.
crazy. I'm not going to say anything that none of the other sports announcers or podcasters aren't already saying. But what are we doing with these like replacement part-time dudes who may or may not know the rules, and certainly no like repercussions or accountability out of these people? So, phantom fucking whistle takes away a fumble return for Antoine Winfield Jr. These are the things that matter for Pro Bowls, for All Pros, for Hall of Fame final numbers. Like, literally robbed of probably 2. Because then he later on goes and steals one from Chris Olave, who maybe had him down by contact. I don't really believe it. Antoine Winfield definitely didn't believe it. But arguably was robbed of 2 fumbles, but especially the phantom call one. And they're like, yeah, we blew the whistle. The announcers are even like, Jonathan Vilma, known Saint, was like, yeah, dude, I didn't hear any whistle. I don't know what these guys are on about. It was crazy. You got to let them play. Why would there be a whistle in that situation anyway? Just ridiculous to see from my boy Antoine. Otherwise, had a fantastic game. Just straight up stole that interception from Chris Olave. You love to see it. We absolutely dominated them on defense. Same could not be said on offense. Absolutely struggled. down in the goal line, like freaking 1 yard line. They probably had about 8 plays run, and we finally got one of them through. We had to go through it on 4th down twice. The first time we turned it over on downs, and Anthony Nelson got a pick 6, so it was all okay. But then the second time, it took us all the way down to 4th down again to get Sean Tucker in there. Just ridiculous. We can't run the ball apparently, and that Saints defense kind of has our number. I don't know. We kind of always are a little sloppy against them sometimes, other than when we're dropping 50 burgers. But yeah, credit to them for hanging in the game, even though their offense was getting killed. We just was a bunch of field goals in the second half.
What if we trade the entire Cowboys defense for the entire Saints defense? We just 1-to-1 swap. Do you think they'd take that deal? Do you think they'd be like, yeah, no, we'll take all your hobos that don't believe in tackling?
I don't think they would. No, Corey, I don't believe they would. I don't even know if it's
them to, though.
I don't even know if it's personnel. Like this Saints defense is always just kind of good because they're a group of guys who have always been together. They're always very physical. They kind of know the scheme at these points. I feel like, and I don't know, just they've always played some decent defense down there in the Saints. I hate to admit it, but it is true. Baker's kind of still hurt, I want to say, because he just looks so uncomfortable in the pocket sometimes. And I don't think his guys are getting open by a large margin. Like a lot of what Josh Grzar is writing up is either let's fucking pound the ball from the 1 yard line 8 times to get in there like a crazy person, or everything's just dink and dunk and pop behind the line and let's hope for a screen. Hopefully Rashad White can make a guy miss. And it's not inspiring offense, that's for sure. Emeka Egbuka has cooled down because Baker has cooled down so much. Tez Johnson's starting to emerge as like a legit number 2 option, so you'd love to see that. But overall, I'd love to see this offense just look a little more scary, I guess. You know, like Cade Otton needs to step up a little bit too. He's killing it though, but yeah.
So Bucky Irving's out. Mike Evans is out. Chris Godwin's out. Like you got some backups in there. It's impressive you're doing anything against a good defense whenever like 3 of your starters are out, you know?
And we got the win, and I'm not here to shit all over it. I'm just saying it could have looked a lot better for sure. Like, I think there was 3 Chase McLaughlin drives, field goals to end that game.
With most of Baker's guys missing, though, I mean, like Corey was saying, it's pretty impressive because all he had was Egbuka, man, and Otton, you could say, but, like, outside of that, Godwin.
Yeah, Tez Johnson is a 7th-round pick, so, yeah, that is true.
But he's the MVP, boys. He's the MVP.
I love that kid. Absolutely love that dude. He's fun. All right, well, let's move on to maybe a slightly less fun one.
But so real quick, Joey, do you enjoy seeing like a defensive slog of 2 of your division rivals? Like, did you watch that game? Were you happy about it?
I mean, that's just the nature of the NFC South, man. They're always just weird games. Like one team can look amazing against a division rival, but like outside of that, it's just the NFC South. I think they're always going to be weird games.
I think that's fair. I think that's a good assessment. Speaking of weird games, the Panthers suddenly couldn't stop the run, apparently. Andy Dalton was in there leading the charge at quarterback.
I mean, we were missing, outside of Bryce Young, we were missing 3 of our O-linemen. So I think if our O-linemen were healthy, then Dalton could have done something. Red Rifle could be back, but that's not the nature of this week. He just looked uncomfortable. He couldn't scramble in the pocket. That's not who he is.
Yeah.
He had no room to sling it like he usually does. So, outside of that, like our running backs looking good like always, but we just had no room to run. We didn't have the opportunity. We were down the entire game. So, like, why are you going to run the ball the whole time? Rico Dowdle, though, he's looking like our RB1. It hurts to say I love Chuba, but Rico Dowdle is more efficient with every single touch he gets. And it's kind of cool to see.
He has like twice his yards with 4 less attempts. I know.
He has, 6 times his yards per carry? So, Rico's the guy. And I don't think Canales is using him the way he should be. All they're doing is alternating snaps right now. I think we need more of like a 1-2 punch in the same drive where it's kind of like a Monty Gibbs backfield where, you do first, second down with one of them, third down with the other. We have a goal line back. That's not how it is right now. It's just alternating drives. So I think
Uh-huh.
Dallas is going to figure out a way to make it more of a dynamic backfield that way. He just wanted to really test out the waters. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. We have two good guys.
I mean, it's better than having no good guys.
It'd be nice to get all those offensive linemen back. That's huge.
Oh, I
How's
know.
and of course he had a nice game. Your McMillan.
I mean, he's always looking amazing. Jalen Coker's back finally. He got double the snap count he got last week against the Jets. Against the Jets, he had like 38% of the snaps, something like that. And he was just coming back from his injury and just getting eased in. And now it's looking like they're really ramping up that snap share. He had 60-something% of the snaps this game. And I like what he does. I liked him last year. I loved him last year. And I think later on in the season, he's really going to emerge as a true slot receiver who can be dominant down the stretch. So, I mean, three receptions this game. I think there are 4 targets. Yep. And he's efficient with his targets too. 36 yards off of 3 catches. That's who he is, man.
That's great.
Yep. Leggett, he fell off after last week. He had a crazy game last week. And I think that's also just the nature of Leggett. He's just going to be very boom bust every game. He's a big guy who you can target in the end zone, but we didn't have those opportunities this game. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this wide receiver core splits their opportunities now that they're all healthy. Jatavian Sanders, too. He's back from being banged up, not just last season, but this season too. And he looks all right. He's not living up to the potential that he was drafted at. I think there's room to grow. More of a developmental player here. But yeah, with Bryce Young in this game and our O-lineman, I think it would be a lot tighter of a game.
Would have been different. Yeah, this is Bills kind of ran away with this. Obviously, James Cook just goes to absolute town. I think he's the first running back to reach double digits this season, so good for him. 2 tutties. It was a good day at the office for the boy.
Yeah, it's looking bad for a D-line, man. We couldn't stop that whatsoever.
Well, he stopped everyone else. Like Davis was taking a decent amount of carries as well, and definitely didn't quite get there. That probably was at the garbage time too, right? With Davis and Johnson getting one of these carries. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Davis didn't do that great, given how good James Cook played. I mean, Ray Davis was looking good last year as a rookie, and 9 for 16, man. That's just like awful. Just looking at James Cook's numbers.
They might have, but it might have been at the end of the game, like we're saying. They might have, one of those things they know you're about to run, and you just gotta run anyway.
Yeah,
you just gotta run it in their face and hope for the best.
Shakir with a nice game. Like, are they starting to finally emerge a real number 1 receiver over there between him and Coleman? I don't know. Maybe the two of them combined to make one. Are they enough to beat the Chiefs?
They might trade someone too.
Everyone's just asking, like, can they beat the Chiefs? I don't know if they can, man.
And even Trubisky got in there, huh?
Yeah, they put in Trubisky at some point. So that was pretty much how the Panthers wrapped up. We also saw the Cowboys travel out to Denver, Mile High Stadium. Broncos were wearing their throwbacks, which always look cool. That was a football game, Corey. It didn't quite go the way you would have liked it to have gone.
I unfortunately had to play my flag football game at that exact time, which I mean, I guess fortunately, seeing as
how'd that game go?
This is dude, we fucking killed it. We got our first team win. Sharks got our first win.
Let's go, Sharks!
Touchdowns and an extra point. I was out there balling, bro. I had a grand old time. I got a sack on defense. We were doing stuff.
Boom, plays being made.
Plays were made. But to talk about the Cowboys, Javonte Williams had himself a day. It seems like he's the only Cowboy who had a day. He had 2 touchdowns. Ferguson, who, in spite of getting 0 points this week, is still the number 1 tight end in fantasy. So, he got me 0 this week, but we're still starting him next week, because he's still the guy. I thought it'd be more exciting having both CD and Pickens back together like it was against the Commanders, where it was just like, Well, we actually didn't have CD against the Commanders, but that was a really cool game where it was basically just all offense. Neither team believed in defense at either point, or at any point. I'm sorry. And it seemed like the Broncos defense just kind of had our number. Them putting up 44 points does not surprise me because, Cowboys don't believe in defense. We don't do that. We want everyone to score. We want everyone to have, like, if you're at a bar and you're doing a shot for every touchdown, we want everybody on both, no matter who you're rooting for, to be hammered by the end of the game. And that's just the Cowboys' way this season. We're going to score a lot. We're going to let you score a lot. It's going to be an entertaining game. We're just not going to win most of the time.
I respect it, dude. I respect the hell out of it. That's a fun way to play football. Dak Prescott with maybe not his best day at the office, two interceptions. Joe Milton, dude. You guys see that pass? Well, bam!
That was sexy. That was
nice. I wonder if they might have something for him in the future, Mr. Milton. Good showing. Javonte Williams, like, besides the two tutties, kind of struggled against his previous team. I'm sure he would have liked to have a better day. Looks like they tried a whole plethora of different guys. They're just like, anyone, run it. We got
Get out there, something. Man. See what you can do, bro. It's real tough out here.
Pickens continues to be the lead. I mean, you got him and Lamb.
Let's talk about Pickens for a second here. He wants his money, man.
Yeah,
he wants that $30 million a year, and he's looking like he can deserve it.
Yeah,
I mean, he had nothing on the Steelers last year, but also who was throwing to him, right? Like two trash quarterbacks in the league right now. If you're talking about this season, but Pickens, man, he even with Lamb back. He is dominating.
Yeah,
he sure is.
He's a very weird but effective receiver. Like, did you guys see the one where he tried to hurdle and he put his dick in the dude's face? He tried to hurdle him but couldn't get high enough and just got shoved out of bounds. He's just or the one where he was doing an out and in and he slips and then looks all confused and catches the ball and runs for another 10 yards. He's just a very clumsy, but just insanely good receiver. I don't understand it, but I love to watch it. It's awesome.
I've seen rumors about Dak being willing to take, reduction in his salary so that they can re-sign, extend Pickens, and give him that money that he deserves. And I think if you guys do that, you need help on defense, but you can use your draft capital on that. So
I like how Dak is I'm willing to pay for a receiver. All right, this defense stuff.
Fuck everyone on defense, but I'll pay to make me have an MVP season.
Yeah, for sure.
I want elite guys to throw.
You want to give me a nice weapon? I'll throw in for that.
Well, you guys have 2 first-round picks this year, so spend them both on defense and just the rest on defense. You really don't need any help on offense.
Yeah, I'm not super sold on.
If you're some of these superstar quarterbacks, why aren't you thinking big term? All right, it's really nice making these big contracts, but you should be constructing how Patty Mahomes did it, so your team can afford to go get weapons. And dude, you're the face of a franchise. Get out there and use it, and you're gonna make so much money anyway.
Tom Brady
Yeah.
always takes pay cuts, and that's why he has so many Super Bowls. Because you're just no, just pay me whatever. I just want the rings.
Yep. It's probably the way to go. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Anyway, Cowboys get the win. It was an interesting slate of football, gentlemen. We mostly had a lot of blowouts go down. Sports by Compian continues to try to make our picks. It's a struggle. We're not gonna lie.
Oh, dude, I've been fourth out of 5 people.
Dude, it's rough. I might fall behind with you. It is rough. Brett Humphries from yelling from the couch is taking the lead. Mr. Shades can't be bothered to come back, but he is leading the league. It's tough out here, man. We got to figure it out, Corey.
I don't think I'm going to figure it out this year.
No. I think I finally picked correctly against the Panthers, though, for a change.
Dude,
and then now I'm back to...
makes no sense to me. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
And now I'm in the drain of trying to pick right against the Falcons, which is not working out.
Joe, do you want to try your hand at this pick'ems? You want to come back? When is it, tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are doing the pick'ems tomorrow. You could pop in
come
there.
Back. See if you could fucking. I'll do this. Since I'm so trash at this, I'll just whatever you say, I'll lock in.
Alrighty.
I'm just throwing it this week. Fuck it, dude. It's not like what I'm doing is working. So we'll get that J Money week.
I tried that approach with Cooper last week, and we missed a couple. All right, anyway, we're out of here. Sports by Compian. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you to Joey for once again coming on and sharing his football knowledge with us. You got anything you want to get off your chest there, Joey? J Money himself?
I still think the Panthers can be a Super Bowl team, man. I've been saying it from the start.
This year, though?
I think if we get some things together and stay healthy, I think it's possible. Anything's possible, man. So
love that, dude. You gotta believe as a fan.
If not, why are you watching?
Why are you watching? Yeah, okay.
What?
Don't sleep on the. Why are you watching? If you don't believe as a fan in your team enough that they're gonna go win a Super Bowl, why are you even bothered? I love it.
Exactly.
It's the right
I mean,
to have.
you could say different about like Saints fans or Browns fans. You know,
Or the Jets.
we're not believing they're a Super Bowl team. Jets fans too.
They got their first
Panthers, we got a chance.
Yeah,
coming back.
Love that for you. Well, all right, boys. I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna get out of here. Sports by Compian. We're out.